All right, guys, welcome in to this, I guess, emergency live stream. I was not expecting Daboll to be fired the way that he was. So I would have gone earlier. How's it going, Golden Steel? Appreciate you tuning in. I would have gone a lot earlier. I usually with these firings, they're made by about 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Usually it's around that time. I stayed up. Have to wait until at least the afternoon to see if coaches are fired. Usually it happens around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I stayed up. I worked on some videos. Obviously, I got the dumb decision out for the Jaguars-Texans game. And then I fell asleep. And sure enough, about an hour after I fell asleep, or 2 hours after, the Giants made the announcement they fire Brian Daboll after 4 seasons in charge. The former Coach of the Year winner is now out, finishing with a 20-40-1 record, just 11 wins and 33 losses over his final 3 seasons. Yeah, Pacific time. Yeah. Demonstration on Daboll? Yes. That'll come out tomorrow. That video will come out tomorrow. I'm doing Morris first and then Daboll, so we'll have 2 videos come out. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. We're going to break this news down. Obviously tonight, we're doing the Eagles-Packers game tonight for Monday Night Football. We live for that at 8 o'clock. So how this is going to work, we'll do this, talk about it for about 25, 30 minutes, and then we'll do some overtime, since I did promise you guys some OT today. So let's talk about this move. Daboll had to go. I think at this point, it was very clear Daboll had to go. We knew the writing was potentially on the wall. After the Bronco game, we saw the report that cooler heads prevailed. Daboll was about to get fired after that historic loss against Denver, where they led 26-8 with about 5 minutes to go, and then lost no points by the Broncos in the first 3 quarters, 33 in the fourth. He was fired on the plane. Cooler heads prevailed, and 3 weeks later, here we are, after 3 more losses, 2 by double digits, and then this last one, which was just malpractice in so many ways, kicking the field goal at the 1-yard line for some reason, blowing a double-digit lead, the way they handled Dart's concussion, the fact that he got sent back out there. Obviously, there was a whole incident during the Eagles game, the first one that they won, in the tent that he got fined for. It has been a mess. But what's interesting about this, Kafka, the interim, kind of with the 2 are linking him to reunite the Giants with Dart. Ooh, I doubt it. No, he's going to stay in college. He'll stay in college. You said Husband there? Saw a great game. Fortunately for Jaguar fans, did not go the way that I wanted to. But Kevin reunited Dart, I doubt it. I think he's going to stay in college. He's either Ole Miss or Florida. He field goal at the 1? Yes, he did. He kicked the field goal at the 1-yard line. And then what was crazy about the field goal at the 1 was that the Bears got called for offside, and he declined the penalty. He took the points. So they're inside the 1-yard line. Then the referee gives him a chance to move it up half the distance to the goal, and he's still like, "Yeah, we're gonna take the points." Which you knew on, kind of appreciate you, man. But then what's interesting, besides the fact that Kafka is the interim has going, Ben, is that Joe Schoen is staying. Joe Schoen is staying on as the general manager, despite having the same exact record as Daboll. I don't agree with that. Yes, Shane seems like he had a pretty good draft class this year. Seems like he might have knocked it out of the park to some extent. No, perfect. Get you on it. He might have knocked it out of the park this year with the draft. Jackson Dart looks like he could be the guy for the future. Abdul Carter, not getting sacks, but getting a lot of pressures. The favorite right now for Defensive Player of the Year. And then obviously Scattaboo, you got a stud in him. But his other draft classes have not been good. They've barely been playable. This one broke for about 2.5 hours at this point. That 23 draft class is a fireable offense. Basically nothing good in that 23 class to speak of. 22 kind of whiffed in a lot of ways with high capital. Right now in Shane Bowen, it wasn't. Giants bring Coughlin back for front office role? No. No, that'd be a disaster. We saw what happened in Jacksonville when he did that. Yeah, why they not fire the GM? These half measures never work. These half measures that teams take never work. Because now, this now does not become a good vacancy. The Giants were a decent vacancy. Now I'm not sure. Because the problem with keeping Shane is that he's obviously on the hot seat. A guy that's 20, 40, and 1 in 4 seasons, and a guy who's been the GM for 11 wins the last 3 years, is clearly not safe. This is not a guy that is locked in. Perfect, Michael. Not a guy that's locked in past 26. The interim is Mike Kafka. So, let's say you do hire a coach. Let's say Shane hires a coach. How's it going, Keller? Appreciate you, man. Still trying to recover from last night's loss. Yeah, it still kind of sucks. We got Johnson with the fire. Fact or fiction? WNBA says shots passing MLB next 10 years. Fiction. Baseball's increasing the ratings. And to be fair, baseball is... They just took a decent, a great measure limiting prop bets on pitch speed, balls and strikes at $200. So Manfred took immediate action. I don't think anything is changing with baseball in terms of popularity. I think they took immediate action. Manfred was right on it. I got to give him a lot of credit for how Silver's handled his situation in the NBA. So, you want to watch the Bears game? Yeah, I had a feeling it was done, especially after the cooler heads report. Appreciate you, Johnson, but yeah, big time fiction on that one. Big time fiction. There is no chance. No chance it happens. Yeah, thoughts on Daboll firing? Yeah, you had to do it. You had to do it. With Daboll being gone, again, he's blown a lot of leads. He's made a lot of poor game management skills and decisions. It's a nightmare. Kansas should not be in the top 25. 2.5 times for Kafka. I'm going to go under. Yeah, I don't know why I just clean out. Yeah. So, I would say Andrew Thomas is not expendable. Andrew Thomas is not expendable. He is a franchise tackle. Other than that, yeah. You got to tell my Rob Manfred, yeah. Kudos to Manfred doing that, absolutely. Yeah, Kafka, the OC of the Giants for the last 4 years. He was the quarterback's coach in Kansas City for a little bit. Kamada with the fire. First off, firing Daboll is the worst decision in NFL history. As an Eagles fan, I see why you feel that way. So you've all got hours of sleep last night. That's good. That is really good. I see why you feel that way. Thoughts on who could replace Daboll? Number 1, there you go. There you go. Well, this is what we're getting to. Who's embarrassing with Giants and Jets? Easily the Jets. Easily. You got more capital to work with. The problem right now, in terms of who replaces Daboll, who's going to want that job? With Shane there, who's going to want that job? Because Shane is not locked in past 26. We all know that. Paint Central reduced to fine. I'm going to say fiction, but the wheel discipline makes no sense. The fact that Trayvon Walker threw a punch, got ejected, but then nothing after that. Deron Payne throws a punch in the first half and gets suspended. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Burrow could come back. Yep, he could come back. The get offensive-minded coach deal with Dart. Yeah, but we're low on Callahan? No, so he's an Eagles fan. He's an Eagles fan. He's an Eagles fan. It's a joke. Kirk had a job if he wants one, but I'm not sure he wants one. I think he likes what he's doing in Indiana. So, here's the problem. Joe Shane, 20, 40, and 1 in 3 seasons, 11 wins the last 3 years. Shane is not the GM who they kept. If they got retread, yeah. The problem is that, let's say the Giants are bad next year. They're not keeping Shane for a 6th season. Shane will be gone for 26. And then the new GM, he's not going to want to come if he's tied to a coach that he doesn't want. So now you're just doing these half measures, and what's going to happen at this point, as long as Shane is still there, is why would any coach go to a spot where the GM feels like a lame duck? So if the GM's a lame duck, 26 happens, he gets fired, 27, new GM comes in, and either he's tied to this head coach, who did not win a lot of games in 26, otherwise Shane would still be there, or he's going to want his own guy, and then at that point, Dart would be on 3 head coaches in 3 years, not counting Kafka. Right, McDermott will be fired. Yeah, that's the irony in all this. Bill's studying Hardman? I don't think there's anything left in the tank, but you know what? It's not worth the flyer. It's the practice squad, yeah. So that's what I'm concerned about. There's a real chance Dart's going to be on 3 coaches in 3 years. There's a real chance. Right? They're beholden to the idea you can't recapture that with the personnel and the coaching staff, and you cannot, no. Because, again, what coach is going to want to come to the Giants as long as Shane is there? Because at least, if you fire the GM, the clock resets. You fire the GM, you're guaranteed, barring a catastrophe, you're guaranteed at least 3 years as a head coach. But if you only get one shot to be a head coach in the NFL, a lot of these guys only get one shot. Or if no one gets more than 2, more often than not. If that happens, and you're a retread coach, why would you want to go to New York in 26? I could not see Freeman doing that now. This could be for her for college coaches to do it nowadays. I think teams are getting a bit more skeptical. Poor Darn Scadaboo neighbors, yeah. Orgeron ever returns to coaching? He wants to. He definitely wants to. I want him back at LSU. Maris to sell, yeah. Because you have the Maris saying we don't have time for patience. Which is, I mean, I get it, but it's also kind of alarming as head coach. You got to win now. And if you don't win, how's it going, JFK? Yeah, Duke can make it as long as they win the ACC championship. They'll need JMU to lose another game. I don't think they need North Texas or South Florida to lose a game. Because now the Mountain West is done. The Mountain West champion's not getting in. Or joining UCLA, yeah. Yeah, Kafka could be the guy. Kafka could be the guy. I mean, there's a chance. He's a very smart guy. I like Kafka a lot. He's a very smart guy. How's it going, Cujo? How's it going? Appreciate you tuning in. I didn't see what Jetfish... Let's see what Jetfish said. I know that he... Oh, it's about high school? Okay. That makes more sense. They don't want their kids moving schools. I get that. Maybe if this comes to the Giants, okay, imagine. Right, a lot of gyms see, like, Darn and Daboll's package deal. How many times watched the Rankin section Let's Play? One time, and that was it. Yeah, Giants see how that playoff game think the opposite, both teams in opposite directions at this point, yeah. 3 coaches in 3 years, recipe for poor quarterback development. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, again, the firing is the right move, but you got to get rid of Shane. It's half the right move. Again, Daboll had to go. He had to go. 11 wins the last 3 years combined. Poor game management skills. An offense that has not done much. Yeah, exactly, Sports Talk. Seen it too many times, yeah. Obviously, the whole concussion thing. Giants or Jaguars? Who's got the brighter future? Jaguars. Screws for the top pick? He could be. Kubiak could be as well. I think Jaguars have the brighter future, and it's because it's not a half measure. The Giants, the problem is that when changing the helmets, we're going to change them after the stream is done. If they use the time, I don't think Steven will carry over to his debut if he becomes a Giants coach. That is true. If he refuse does. The problem right now is that, again, I would say the Giants have a brighter future than the Jaguars if you got rid of Shane. Because I think you have the quarterback, you got pieces in place. Problem is that with Shane, it's going to be a half measure. Right, that Trevor Happ kid is bad. Yeah, we got a lot of bad contracts that Bulky left us with. The problem is that it's going to be a half measure as long as Shane's there. That's the problem. Because you're going to get a coach in 26. If you keep Shane, yeah, he looks down with Trevor. I'm done with Trevor. AOT tonight before kickoff? Yeah, we're going to do it in like 30 minutes. We'll do it in like 30. But the problem is that if Shane is there in 26, he's a lame duck. If they don't win, he's gone. Because you're not giving a GM 5 seasons with a winning percentage of 33%, which is even worse if you just look at the last 3 years. Obviously, he'd be done in 26 if they lose, so that's going to keep dropping. So, if Shane gets fired in 26, that's why I hate half measures more often than not. If he gets fired in 26, then 27, a new GM is not going to want to come if he's tied to a coach that he doesn't want, so he's going to want to fire the coach. And they have a lame duck coach in 26, essentially. No, we should not draft a quarterback. Giants game for the Giants? Oh, they're very good. They're very good. It's more just about the front office. It's not about the players. It's the front office. Yeah, Marison, yeah, I could see it. Like, want it, see it on top before we go at all costs. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. You have a GM that is open. You have a head coach that, or an owner, I should say, that is openly saying, I don't have a lot of time left. So he's not going to be patient. It's very clear he's not going to be patient. The fact that he's willing to make decisions on firing people on a plane and then change his mind, then fire the guy 3 weeks later, he is impulsive. He is impulsive. You're not wrong, Sports Talk. Nope. You're not wrong, I'm on either. Devontae is well catch for 1,000. D-Hop hits 4. D-Hop won't get it. Devontae will. Yeah, D-Hop will not get it. Devontae will. So it's a nightmare of a situation right now with the Giants because of Shane. It's a nightmare situation. If you got rid of everyone, different story. But why would you not at least start the search or it makes no sense, too, if you're keeping Shane, they're going to fire him at the end of the season. It makes no sense in that regard. Because if you're going to do that, like the trade deadline's passed, you can't do anything. The DM's not that good anymore. Don't play the rest of the year. We cast Travis to development and health. I mean, the concussions are a concern. Dual Carter's not a bust. To be fair, no one is blaming the Giants for drafting Carter. Carter's getting a lot of pressures. He is still the favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Carter's not a bust. Carter is not a bust. He's making an impact. He's not getting home. But I will not blame Shane for drafting Carter. That was the obvious pick. There are certain guys where, even if it doesn't work out, like I don't blame it because everyone would have done it. And again, Carter, he's just not getting sacks, so he's getting a lot of pressures. So, Neal, absolutely. Neal was a bad pick. And Kayvon was not a great pick. Not a great pick. I'm not going to bet on Carter winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, but if you look at Defensive Rookie of the Year odds, it's not like there's a lot of guys that are in the running. Right now, Carter is the favorite. Not saying he's going to do it, but Carter is one of the favorites. It's him, Eman Wari, and Carson Schwetzinger. And then Jihad Campbell. Those are the top 4. Those are the top 4. But again, it's also very early on. It's also I'm not writing off Carter in the slightest bit. Yeah, so good to see. Yeah, pretty much, Jacob. Yep. Rather play Russ and Tank than play Darn Loser Future. Yeah, another concussion could be awful. And yeah, it's still very early on with Carter, obviously. It's still very early on. Start fantasy team week 10? I'm not sure what that means. I mean, Jonathan Taylor would be on the team, 100%. Whoever I played this week in fantasy in one of my leagues, they got like 250 points. That'd be the fantasy team. So, again, Shane's made a lot of mistakes. I'm not blaming him for that. For Carter. Especially because it's way too early. But it goes straight. The 23 class was a disaster in every way. Did you get a notification? Oh, man. Like, Deontay Banks has not been good. John Michael Schmitz has not been good. Jalen Hyde has been basically unplayable. 23, that offseason derailed the Giants. You come off the playoffs in 22. You signed Daniel Jones to that massive extension, which we all knew was going to be a train wreck. You have that crap class in 23. Oh, is it too late? No, it's not too late. I think week 13 is the latest that ESPN will allow you to do it. No, it can start anytime. I think as long as it's not past week 13 on ESPN. But I guess, I think the thing with Shane is, I guess the only reason they're keeping Shane is because this last draft class gave you Carter, Darden, and Scadaboo, but it's not like he's earned the right to do it, to stay on. It's not the right move. Playoffs depends on the league. Usually week 14 is when it starts. Usually week 14. So it's a nightmare of a situation with the Giants. It's a half measure. It's a half measure right now. I'd be a lot more confident with the Giants if it's a full measure. Because then it's like, okay, you know what? Dart could be the guy. You got some guys potentially on that team in terms of talent. Let's go from there. You get off the Daniel Jones thing to some extent. You got like middle of the pack cap room. He's not a future Hall of Famer. Right? No matter how all the Giants start to phase out Slayton, he's always their number one receiver. Jameis starts this week. I'm going to say fact. I'm going to go fact. No, Daboll needs to go. I agree. Daboll needed to go. That's not the issue. The issue is not firing Daboll. I just want to make it very clear. Trevor, underachiever. Underachiever. Not a bust, underachiever. You have his bonus level job? That's another great question. That was Brad Brown draft the latter half of 24. Yeah, that was not bad. Obviously, Theo Johnson's done some stuff. Tyron Tracy's been solid. Right, I want to move on. Yeah, he's not a bust. Again, bust is over. Bust means like F. I feel like most people think of draft picks as like A or F. And no, there's a middle ground. There's a gray area. There's absolutely a gray area. But the thing is not, is that from down? No. No, I think he's staying until the end of the season at this point. We're letting Saquon go? Yeah, the way it happened was bizarre, but I'm never crazy about giving huge contracts to running backs. Never crazy about that. Him, JT, Mayer, Mahomes, or Stafford. Definitely Stafford. Yeah, no, I was asleep when this broke. I stayed up till 9:30 Eastern time, because usually I make the move by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I stay up till 9:30. Yeah, C, I would say C. Sir, Will Daboll gets another opportunity for head coach in the future? Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Has that an option for Game Day Cupcake Weekend? I don't know. I don't know. I think that they might have been off BYU after that game against Tech. Mike McCarthy, please Mike McCarthy. Can you imagine? That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. You know some begging? Yep. Yeah, voters will probably make it a quarterback. Yep, until 9:30 a.m. Yep. No, 9:30 a.m. my time. No, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Who would fit the next Giants coach? Again, the problem is that I don't know who's going to want the job as long as Shane's there. That's the problem. I mean, Grizzard, I would say Grizzard probably is a good fit. That Todd Bowles OC coaching tree looks pretty solid. Canales, Cohen, I mean, seems like he hit the ground running with that. Kubiak? Holofarmer? Yes, Holofarmer. Like, there are some options, but I just think without firing Shane, you're going to be a lame duck in 26. Tonight goes offense against offense battle, or are we in for a strong, low-scoring defensive show? I think offense against offense. I'm a bit worried about Jordan Love's deep ball accuracy, but I do think it's going to be offense against offense. Harris Slowick, yes. Shane is the Giants GM. Tush pushes tonight, over-under, 5.5. West Virginia beats Arizona State, probably. Probably. My source like the short trip. Oh, he would love that, yeah. Yeah, McCarthy would not be good. I mean, he is a good offensive coach to some extent. I mean, Darnold could win MVP. He absolutely could. Wouldn't shock me. OU Bama, Texas, Georgia, better game. I'm going Texas, Georgia. I think OU Bama has a chance for Bama to win by a lot. Or Harry Pearson. No, not that. No, Sloak would be a disaster. It would be so funny, but it would be a disaster. Nagy or Smith or Eberflus? Not Eberflus. It'll be an offensive coach, I think. Oh, people are going to complain about this. They're going to complain. Right, position value should always be quarterback, yeah. So, it's a mess right now in New York. It's an absolute mess. Which could be at Clint Kubiak. But the problem is with Offensive Player of the Year, the problem is that JSN's going to get 2,000 yards this year. There's going to be two very worthy winners with JT and JSN. No, yeah, Johnson Saquon walk was not like the worst thing in hindsight bias. Rams record at the end of the season? 13. They should have fired him after the Broncos game? Yep. I mean, they were going to. Cooler heads prevailed. So now it's like a disaster because now you lost your season at this point. You've lost 3 more games. Your season's done. 2-8. You keep the GM, which is a disaster because now it's a lame duck situation in 26. And now you made it very clear you have an owner that's impulsive. I'll just fire people willy-nilly and then change his mind and you don't know what he's thinking. You almost could win that game by a lot. It would be funny if they hired one of the guys. Yeah, it would be. JJ said Stafford, May, Mahomes, Darnold, top players this year. I would agree with that. Yep. Your family wants to make a decision. Yep. And he's safe. He's safe for this year. Whenever you fire a coach mid-season, you're punting the season away. I mean, to some extent. There are some exceptions. Like the Jets were not trying to punt their season away when they hired Ulbrich. That was a disaster. It was an awful decision. We knew it at the time. Who wins again tonight? I got the Eagles winning. Darnold, that was the right move to move on. That was 100% the right move. Just, obviously, he's balling out in Seattle, but that was absolutely the right move at the time. Daboll should have been the coach of the season. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. I would have clean house after last year. JT break Dickerson's rushing record? I'm going to say yes. With the extra game, I think he will. I would absolutely say yes on that. St. George Suburbs in New York. Again, they're so... The Maras acted impulsively and then not after the Bronco game side by side. That's cool. All good, Michael. Yep. Yeah, your team's... Yeah, that was bad, too. Yesterday. So it's like the Puffs? No, I do not. At this point, I do not think they do it. Rodgers is starting to crash back down to earth. That defense has a lot of holes. And The Ravens are playing a lot better. Yeah, Josh Allen offense was still nice. You listen to push him over the edge. Yeah, the way he handled it too. The way he handled it in terms of the concussion tent 3 weeks ago against Philly, 4 weeks ago against Philly, and then putting him out there 8 minutes after he got the concussion. Stafford should be MVP this year. Weak quarterback here. I mean, Stafford is balling. I don't think it's a weak quarterback here to some extent. Maybe not with the guys we expected, but Stafford may. 400% chance he's in Cannon. At this point, it's 50-50 shot. At this point, I go 50-50. He makes a Super Bowl, he's in. Maris or Davis's. Ooh. He was trying to get Dark Hill. Yeah, it was bad. You had to get rid of him. You had to. How more coaches go this season? I'm going to say one more. I don't know who. Maybe it's Stefanski. I think one more this season. Then after the season, there'll be some stuff. I would say Maras are more neurotic, but it's close. It's close. Actually, no. Well, they have to just get the hiring wrong. Well, if he wins MVP, then he's also in, yeah. MVP gets him in too. Yeah. MVP, he's in the Hall of Fame at that point. But 4 coach evaluations horrible, yeah, they need to tone down the design runs, yeah. Yeah, I'm worried about him. He's a good player, but I am worried about his long-term health. If Napoleon think wins, who do you think was the right call? Yeah, I think Jameis should start. I'm with you. Jameis should start. 100% with you on that one. Lose a pick of the handling? Fiction. They would have done it after the Eagle game, but he just got fined. Which first time coach been the best this year, in my opinion? I mean, I'm not counting retreads, so like obviously Mike Vrabel, but I'm not counting that. That's a retread coach. Of the guys, I would probably go with Cohen. Has done the best. It's not like there's a lot to choose from. Yeah, we're not counting retreads. If we're counting retreads, then obviously Vrabel is at a tier of his own. To the surprise of no one. Rams Stokes term MVP? No, but I think it can definitely help a case. New York sports team recruits since Bloomberg left the mayor position. Wilson playing 26? No, he's done. He's washed. James for the next Eli is going to be like Will Levis making dumb throws? Yeah, but there's no between. Lamar going on tear could give him the edge. He could. He could very quietly sneak up for MVP. Very quietly. They like win out. Don't count it out. Don't count it out. 91% of you think it's the right move. Yeah, leave that poll open. Spagnuolo to the Giants? No. No, he is too old and he was a disaster as a head coach with the Rams. Like one of the worst head coaches of all time. You want an offensive-minded guy. You want an offensive guy to help out your rookie quarterback. Broken break call Seahawks Rams? I don't think they've announced it yet. Oh, wait a second. Ben Johnson. Duh, my bad. Ben Johnson. Hang on. Yeah, Ben Johnson. Well, that schedule gets a lot tougher. Schedule does get tougher for the Bears. Yeah, Ben Johnson's a good pick, too. Yeah. Ben Johnson and Cohen are neck and neck. I think, yeah, Johnson I'll give the edge, too. Yeah, I forgot about that. But obviously, if Vrabel is, yeah. Best step coaches from injury idiocy would be suspensions, yeah. Yeah, if took commercial week to really start was injured. Yeah, that was when I was down on Doug Peterson when the concussion with Trevor. Thoughts on firing is the right move. You just got to fire Shane, too. This half measure is not going to work. Well, Darnold could get MVP. To be fair, Darnold absolutely could get MVP. Not sure about mostly system-based, because he was good last year, too. I doubt the Ravens went out. Yeah, I think they'll probably lose 1 or 2 more games, but Ben Johnson for the Bears so far, he's been pretty solid. The schedule gets a lot tougher, but we'll see. We'll see how they handle it. Well, the Giants hire Matt Nagy, said Trick left 5 once more. Oh, man. Get Kadarius Toney in retirement. Will he retire? I think he's going to retire. But it won't be like right away. Giants are called for head coach, 80 years old. All the players revolt at that point. So fancy the Giants, I could see that. Again, it's not a great vacancy. Shane is the general manager. Shane Bowen is the defensive coordinator. He sucks. He should have been gone too. This vacancy gets a lot more interesting if you fire Shane at the end of the season. Thoughts on Kafka? Well, he's going to be the offense. He's going to be the head coach for the time being, and he could do it. I mean, he's a bright guy. Pats to an AFC? Yes. I think I have too big of a lead. There's a reference mine now. Like had some random calling plays elsewhere. Yeah, but it's still got to put in the work. Maybe we see the quarterback play for the Vikings look not great this year. The game versus the Browns is the only easy game in the late stretch for the Bears. Yeah, the rest of them worried. Yep. You're in a good spot, though. Thoughts on Campbell calling the plays? He looked very good doing that. Not sure if it's going to be a permanent thing, but the Lions' offense was clicking yesterday for the first time really since the Bears game. Yeah, Lions Bears are going to be cinema, yep. Why is Shane so bad at... Shane Bowen is just a bad defensive coordinator. But Shane, the GM, he's drafted a lot of bad players and given out a lot of bad contracts. No, I think Russ will make an official statement. Eli's the coach. He'll never do it. One-day contract with the Seahawks? Probably not. I think that bridge got burned. I don't see it. Now, to the Cardinals might be Cardinals for a season. They're in trouble. The Cardinals are really bad. So, you should be able to win that game. We will not be able to beat the Cardinals because we suck right now. Mike McCarthy Giants, can you imagine? But also, as you said, yeah, but he's leading them in stride. I mean, by that logic, Stafford, Scott, Puka, Nakua. The Bills are in some trouble right now. Bills are in a little bit of trouble. No, not at all in case here. You can make they're 5-4. No, they've already exceeded expectations. The Jaguars are already like way ahead of where I thought they were going to be. And this roster is not good. The fact they've won 5 games is a miracle. And that's just what's That's true. You know, a lot of bad contracts and a lot of bad draft picks. You got enough brand to work in the NFL as an announcer? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I could see him definitely as like a studio analyst. Men Morphus under Kafka. Nice. Right, Daboll never recovered with the 4-0 shutout. Yeah. Russ Bear player coach? I could see that, yeah. I could see that. Again, the Giants' vacancy, Waj was very good. He was a lot better than Shams. He broke the news. He told it like it was. Waj was very good. McDermott getting fired. If they don't win a playoff game, he's done. If they play like they did yesterday, he's gone. This is Super Bowl or bust. They're pretty close. NFC rankings. Rams and Seahawks are 1 and 2. Eagles are 3. Rams 1, Eagles 2, Rams 1, Seahawks 2, Eagles 3. That's my top 3. And then I put Lions at 4, Packers 5. Negative with the 2. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want me to do? Hot take. Bears, Niners, Week 17 determines the 7th seed. I could see that. I definitely see that. Oh, Buffalo's going to make the playoffs. Buffalo's making it. I mean, I don't think the Jaguars are going to come back and there's 8 teams really fighting for a play, like, in terms of wild card. Which, Notre Dame hit perfect. Get you on it. Why they fired Daboll? He had to go because he was terrible. Buccaneers will pack? Absolutely. Yep. Super Bowl Bills and Chiefs not doing good. I still Buffalo, but I'm a bit concerned. But I do like the Rams. Risky Daboll was going to get Dark Hill trying to save a job. Yeah. Risky Smith like they had. Yeah. Should fire the gym too? Yeah, that's the issue. But Daboll had to go. Again, 2 collapses. You're decorate the tree soon? Yep. I got the tree coming up in about a week. 2 collapses in the last month. 2-8 this season. 20-40-1 overall. 11 wins the last 3 seasons. The way he's handled concussions, the way he's handled Dart's health, the way he's handled in-game management, he had to go. The problem was saying he didn't fire Shane. That was the problem. Yeah, demonstrated serious term against him. Yep. And there was another one yesterday with a field goal at the 1-yard line. They had to fire him. They absolutely had to fire him. So about the upset, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that episode's coming tomorrow, as is Raheem Morris. So those 2 are coming tomorrow. Obviously, the Liam Cohen one is out right now. So have a good chance to win Super Bowl bonus rating? At this point, like a 2. That's not bold at all. With that front 7 way Darnold's playing, they have a good shot. Evan Singleton, he had testicular cancer. So just had surgery on that. Yeah, drug test led to, basically got drug tested, and they realized something came back wrong on the drug test. And turns out he had testicular cancer, so got surgery for that. So it's good they caught that on the drug test. So he would never have known otherwise. Yeah, Daboll had to go. It was very obvious he had to go. AFC rankings, Patriots are 1. After that, I have no idea. Patriots 1. Yeah. Chiefs. Yeah, man, this is tough, yeah. Patriots, Bills, Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Colts, and Ravens are right around there. Titanium with the fire, appreciate you, man. Jack Smith is the 2 horsemen of the You Might Like It. It's going to be ugly, but they're trending in the right direction. Top game. Perfect. Get you on it. Bills top 3 in the AFC? Yeah. Yeah, banged up, but I'm fine. Yeah, I'm emotionally hurt too. Yeah. That ended our season. I mean, there's some ones I can shake off and move on from pretty easily. That's not one of them. That one's going to take a long time to get over. That one is going to be a backbreaker. Yeah, Colts are good. I just don't know how good. They've kind of come back down to earth as of late, and Daniel Jones is starting to regress a little bit. The Jackson Panthers, both 95 expansion teams, both led by $4 OCs. They are trending in the right direction. 15-way tie. Yeah, Hawks is first seed. I did not see that coming. Not at all. Not at all. Daboll get a second chance while he proves himself to again. Yeah, he's not getting a second chance right away. Black Monday will be boring as usual. I would think so. McDaniel's going to be gone on Black Monday. Stefanski gone on Black Monday if he's not fired midseason. Gannon's gone. I'm not sure who else is gone Black Monday. The Bengals, they're not going to fire Zach Taylor because they're the Bengals. They're dirt cheap. Charlie Myers, he looked very good. He was like one of the 5 guys I had no problem with yesterday. He caught everything thrown his way. And for not really knowing the playbook because he just got there, he caught everything. McCarthy got a new job in 26. I'm going to say no. The story's the Titans. Well, we play the Chargers this week. So we're kind of screwed. We play the Chargers. If it was the Titans, I'd be like, okay, we can bounce back from that. But playing the Chargers and then Cardinals on the road, ugh. I mean, yesterday that was fact. Yeah, when Josh Allen's not playing at Superman level, the team is not good. Raheem Morris, he'll be gone after, he could be gone for this season. He should be, at least. Bills starting to bonus rating, at this point, like a 4. Joe Burrow will come back from IR soon. I wouldn't risk it. Unless the division is right there, I wouldn't risk it. When I stop celebrating Christmas, I stop after the 25th. Most surprising Black Monday fire my time following the league. Sean Hunter wasn't Black Monday. I would probably go Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith getting fired was like the most shocking back in 2012. And when Josh Allen's not playing well, the Bills are in some serious trouble. They're in some really big trouble when he's not playing well. Jags, look at me. We could, but we're not playing well right now. We are a tip pass away from losing our last 4 games. It's just the reality of it. We're a tip pass away from losing our last 4. Chargers last night, offensively wasn't the prettiest. Defensively looked very, very good. I'm worried about that offensive line, though. That offensive line, and Herbert needs to do a better job recognizing when to step in the pocket and when to scramble out. Offensive line is going to get Herbert killed, but against the Jaguars, it won't get him killed because we suck. So, bonus rating to make the AFC Championship. The Ravens, like a 5. That makes sense, Nicholas. It seems coaching extra aggressive. I don't know. Ryan's gone? No, I don't see, unless they lose out, I don't see a scenario where Ryan's is gone. I think especially for yesterday, I think there's no way he's gone. Sounds like Fort Moore's, it's bad. It's a bad spot right now. I only celebrate Festivus for the rest of us. I have a lot of grievances after yesterday. I will say, I do have a lot of grievances. I wish Festivus was today. And D'Amico's absolutely safe. 100% safe. 100,000% safe. He ain't going anywhere. And we'll stand for like 2 more minutes, and then we'll start overtime. Again, vote in that poll. 92% of you agree with the decision to fire Brian Daboll. Again, I would have gone live earlier for this, but I was asleep. So I usually make the announcements around 9 o'clock Eastern time, and I thought it wasn't happening at that point. But I can't say I'm surprised that it has happened. I'm not surprised we're streaming, just because after yesterday and a collapse, yeah. Sounds like the Jags save talent but aren't winning. Very different, though. We don't have talent. I think we're learning very quickly we do not have talent. The talent we thought we had is not talent. Stefanski next. I think Stefanski's the next one to go. Yes, I do think that. The Daboll firing was announced around, what was it, 1 o'clock Eastern time? Most threat for Texas comeback, Davis Mills. Absolutely Davis Mills. Nico Collins also. Nico Collins played his butt off. Like, his hands are scary good. He's a top 5 receiver. Joe Flacco and Peter Trevor, I wouldn't hate it. Like, Nico Collins is a top 5 receiver in football. We have some injuries, but it's not an excuse. Like, right now, the top receivers, JSN, Chase, Jefferson, St. Brown, Collins. Nico Collins is top 5. Parker Washington's really good. Yeah, I do like Parker Washington. He'll take a year off. No, he'll become an OC somewhere. He'll take an OC job. I don't know where, but he'll go somewhere. Including me with Pepsi, yes. I can see him going to the Chiefs, potentially. Do I hate to make rounds? Yes, I still do. Yep, he can only do that against the Jags. That is true. I could see him going to the Chiefs if Nagy gets a head coaching job again. I could see him potentially, if they keep McDermott, I could see him going to Buffalo. Right now, no. Stroud doesn't pull that. Yeah, we win that game with Stroud. Again, we suck against backups. With Stroud, we win that game 10 times out of 10. So I was terrified. We suck against backup quarterbacks. Like, we were never winning that game with Davis Mills in there. There's a reason I bet against the Jaguars at halftime, even when we were up by 10. There's a reason. I put 50 on it. Made it a cool $200 profit. There's a reason why I don't even bet a lot now. I'll like make Jaguar bets against my team. That's it at this point. Right, CJ Stroud? Yes. Yeah, well, the FBI thing was a joke, but yeah, he sucks. Dylan Gabriel is just one-hopping passes. He's missing easy throws. 4% chance to make the playoffs? That is 40% too high. Let me actually check the odds on the playoffs. Let me check. 32 or 33, number 33 is Cam Ward. Yeah, they did. They did, Nicholas. Yep. They did. Yeah, back in the day they were. Yeah, and then after Alshire, they make a Ryans, yeah. Am I against backup quarterbacks? No, I mean, it's always been that thing. It's a tale as old as time. It doesn't matter who our coach is. We just start against backups. Yeah, it could be open to train for Kyle, yeah. Now, so head coach? No, I don't know. Wait, Stroud for? His demeanor, also, just anyone who defended Alshire. The Sports Fury, I feel like that name rings a bell. No, it's not about Val, though. I don't like his demeanor. Watching Gabriel play is depressing. Yeah, and it's crazy. He was never a third-round pick. Never a third-round pick of the slightest bit. The Rose Bowl should have been like, yeah, you're done. The Rose Bowl should have been the easy, like, why on earth? After the Rose Bowl. It's minus 170 to miss the playoffs. ALSHAAIR. Gonsudish, we have no trade clause. No trade clause. I'm going to take the winnings from yesterday and just put it on the Jaguars missing the playoffs. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, he's not going anytime soon. Yeah, I'm going to, yeah. I'm going to take yesterday's winnings and just put it on the missing the playoffs. That's what I'm going to do. If they make it, no harm done, obviously. Because it's just the winnings from the Texans game. And if they don't make it, I at least make a $100 profit. So, why the heck not? Sanders have a decent pro career? No. No, I'm not a Sanders fan the slightest bit. I'm not a Sanders fan at all. I think he should play right now just because you know what you have in Gabriel. He sucks. But he's got a quality line. I think a lot of teams do. The Jaguars team too as well. Yeah, Russ forced to retire because they want Gross against Score suffer. Yeah, they want the clickbait gauntlet. Odds after missing minus 170. I said Gabriel's better than Shador and Cam Ward. Yeah, that was December. Then the Rose Bowl happened, and I'm like, no. Stuff changes. Again, a lot of stuff changes. The Rose Bowl happened, and during the Rose Bowl, I'm like, this guy's minus 200, minus 170 on FanDuel. Well, Stroud, it was more about, like, the way he defended Alshire, too. Just the hypocrisy of it. Broncos are not real. That offense sucks. It's not good. The defense is great, but it's not, obviously, the offense. Knicks is inconsistent. The Sherman hit was more electric than the Jermaine touchdown. I mean, I think the Sherman hit was more electric. Because there was a chance you lose that game. Even if Christian scored a touchdown, you probably win that game. Obviously, that was to get you to Super Bowl against a rival. Rose Bowl was one game. Yeah, but it showed a lot of flaws. And at quarterback's half I pick? Yes, he is. Just the rest of the season with no picks on defense, fiction. Trevor will throw a pick. Who they get at coach? I don't know at this point, because the problem is that it's not a great vacancy because Shane is still there. The Rose Bowl showed his flaws. When he had to throw deep, when he faced a good defensive line, when he faced pressure, the Rose Bowl showed his flaws. It was one game, but it was a bad indictment. Simpson's going to go first overall. So here's what's playoffs. I'm going to say fact. I think the Ravens win the division at this point. Yeah, that's what counts. So 24 fantasy points. Yep. Final Daboll got fired at 11:50 a.m. Central, just 7 minutes after Schefter broke it. Crazy. Right, Gabriel should not have gone 2 minutes ahead. No. Dan Campbell taking the play calling over. It's the right move. So they look very good. Look very good with him. I don't know if it's going to last, but look very good with him doing it. Very, very good. All right, on that note, we've been on for about an hour. Buy, rent, sell. Black Dog immigration song, Ramble On. Well, buying immigration songs, sell Ramble On, rent Black Dog. Pat Seahawks could be the Super Bowl? Fact. Could be. Absolutely. I get that, Nicholas. Yeah. Just school rivalry. I get that. Right, how we want Super Bowl and beat a rival with Sherman tip? Yeah. No, the Sherman tip was the bigger one. Now, can Marshall in the playoffs? That's a different story. Right, any quarterback needs better offensive line. Yeah, but he also can't one-hop throws and can't miss easy screens and slants. Like, that's the easy, like, the get you in a rhythm throws. On one jersey, it's Campbell. Horizontal lines, yeah. Oh, he's good. I would run through a brick wall for that guy. You know, I was ticked off. So we're going to stay on. We're going to do this thing called overtime. Man said shake the Rams and Steelers on Mars bogey team. That is true, but the main issue with the Steelers right now is that Aaron Rodgers is starting to crash right down to earth. The receivers are not playing well, and the defense is looking really, really sharp. Joe Burrow was never hurt. Taylor's fired at season's end. Fiction. Mike Brown is dirt cheap as an owner. He gave Marvin Lewis a 15-year leash. I don't think Taylor is getting fired. Is pressing him this long? Yeah. All right, so let's get started with who's going to fire next? Probably Stefanski. I would say Stefanski at this point. I would have got McDaniel, but that's not happening, obviously, at this point. So, I'm Mac Jones. All right, let's do this OT period. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. If you're into one of these, I'm still going to take all your questions, still talk about the Daboll firing and everything. Every donation increases time on stream. Once the clock hits 0, that's the end of the stream. I'll take any requests you want me to for audio, video, ChatGPT. You Marvin Lewis would play for me 15 years. Yeah, it's a nightmare. No, the Bengals, that is poor ownership. So we're just going to take all your requests and whatnot. 16-year leash, yes, not 15. Off by a year, which is really an indictment. Yeah, just remember that, yeah. Well, what I like about him is that he's consistent. He has a philosophy, he sticks with it. He also got a lot better in-game management. Yeah, I got the haircut. Yep, I got the haircut. So, Danny, to be fair, Campbell was not great at in-game management. He changed that a lot in the middle of his second season. Hard out when? I would say 7:30? 7:20? Probably 7:20. 7:20 for the hard out. All good, Michael. All good. Making 8 playoff points, going 1 and done each time. Make it one Super Bowl, another AFC Championship, and nothing else. Yeah, that's the question. Got the haircut. Yes, I did got the haircut. Literally, I got it like an hour before on stream. Kelly with a $5. Appreciate you, man. She got a great clips. I got a good barbershop down the block, which is nice. College Russell Top 25. Kansas should not be in it. Kansas should not be in it. I think Kansas is massively overrated. Appreciate you, Kelly. Get you on the call. Name as many quarterback bogey teams as you can. Texans are Trevor Lawrence's bogey team. Lamar Jackson, his bogey team feels like it will be the Chiefs forever. Darnold. And Darnold was good against us this past game, but he usually is not good against the Jaguars. So usually is not good. But against the Dolphins in Miami, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. The barber had today like football? I don't really talk that much. Did not really talk that much. We have NFL Live on, so I was watching NFL Live. Netflix series, Man vs. Baby, I have not seen it yet. Yeah, Steelers for Lamar, yeah. Bogey team is a team they are always bad against. Doesn't matter what the roster is. Yeah, Bills for Tua, yeah. Stafford, Eagles, yeah, definitely. Definitely that. Doesn't matter who's on the roster, what the team is, they always stink against them. Like, they just never get over the hump against that team. That's a bogey team. Here's a Jackson, definitely not. Oh, jeez. That's awful, World's Greatest, dude. That's awful. I'm surprised he was even allowed to run at that point. Yeah, that's the Man versus Baby. That's close. Yeah, Browns for Carr. I'm trying to think of other bogey teams. Colts and Duval, yeah. Colts and Duval. I forgot to reset the clock. I just realized that. So let's go back. I appreciate you, Keller, on that. That's my question. Bogey teams. Brady against the Giants in a Super Bowl would be a bogey team. Snake Charmer, Mike with the 2. I appreciate you, man. You want to vote on that? Yeah, Bill sent Hummer to the practice squad. Might as well see what he's got left in the tank. Don't think he's got much, but might as well kick the tires on and see what happens. Yeah, no, everyone was a weak link on that drive. Everyone was a weak link on the drive. Yeah, at least at Florida. You're going to win this year, though, at Florida, because we suck. For Hurts, bogey team? I'm not sure he has a bogey team. Colson Jacksonville, yeah, that's a bogey team. Yeah. Paxton Caleb Williams. It's too early to tell on that. Too early. All right, 91 said anything was the right call to fire Daboll. This will be a bogey option. In Sanchez against the Patriots, the Jags versus Titans, yeah. Thoughts on Scott Hansen as a narrator? I like Siciliano as Red Zone better. I don't know if it's a hot take. I like Siciliano on Red Zone better. But Hansen's still very, very good. I have nothing against Hansen. He's obviously a very nice guy and very, very good at what he does. Personally, I like when Siciliano did Red Zone better, but they're both really good. We got Rob with a 6er. Appreciate you, man. Then Michael with another 2er. Texted Jacksonville as well. No, I don't want to say that. Then Michael with a 5er. Email perfect. Get you on it. Yeah, the nasal on this is insane on this song. Man making dumb decisions as we were when doing Jaguars Ravens. Yeah, I was pretty mad. Not gonna lie. Pretty mad. Let me just put this in. Give me a second here, guys. And then forget which you want to pit. Perfect. All right, get you on pit. And most of you want pit too, with Michael's 5er and then Rob's 6er. So Michael $9 going there plus the 6. It's gonna be a close week to call. Pretty who would I say? Maybe the Cardinals. Browns and Phillip years. Not great. Not great. You gotta donate $5 for a ChatGPT Blade player, right? I appreciate you, man. T-Loss C-. I would say C. Wilson F. No, he's an F. Lance is an F. Fields D. Mac Jones, I go D+. Tresk F. Mons, Super F. Yeah, Mills, considering they got him 3rd round, yeah. Yeah, probably today. Yeah, Seahawks, yeah. A lot of teams in the NFC West. And Morrison, former Daboll are tomorrow, right? Yes, they are, yes. Unless something crazy happens tonight. But I doubt it. Unless something insane happens tonight, which gets, I'll try to get 3 vids out. All right. Fields Coachinator. Mike Brown to replace Zach Taylor. He does the, He does Brown's radio right now. Then Dan with a 5er. You want Notre Dame perfect. Russ retires due to being terrible. Your serious come down a little bit. All right. Let's work on a Magic game. He has. He definitely has. Appreciate you, Dang. You guys coming hot today for the OT period. Kellen Mond, I don't think he saw the field in a regular season game. Yeah, literally, that was a crazy rant, yeah. Your best shot here is to break the streak. Absolutely. You know, the Colts will do it. The Colts will absolutely break the streak this year. We suck. They're going to run all over us. They're going to run it for about 250 yards on us. We suck. And Dan Quinn has taken over the play calls. It's the right move. The defense has sucked lately. Some things that happen around the league in games this seem automatically make you think dumb decisions episode. Yep, that was me with the timeout. And I was surprised that like more people weren't talking about it because that cost us the game. Worst bust in Jags history. Ooh, there have been a lot of them. Blaine Gabbert was probably the worst, just in terms of positional value. If you used to believe what happens until they prove it can happen, it's a different team. Trust me. Colts get 1 seed and rest their starters. They're not going to. It's not week 18. They play us in Jacksonville, I think, week 14 or 15? You know, week 18 we play the Titans. So they're not resting any starters. Dolphins just have the same points of rushing. Wow. Now, Bortles wasn't a bust. Bortles was just pretty meh. He wasn't good. He wasn't good by any means, but he's not the biggest bust in franchise history. He's not even close. He at least could play at times. It's better than half our first-round picks ever. All right, wishing well coming up next. You know, the Week 18 streak, I think, will stay because we host the Titans. Blackman, he was a bust, but he was so talented. That's one of those what could have been. He was so talented. We got to see Daboll and Hollins and stuff like weekends throughout the year. That's great. Yeah, literally AFC North, yeah. Who scores first tonight? I'm going to go Eagles. Eagles for love? Yeah, that's a bogey team. I mean, they do somewhat. I mean, Trevor Lawrence went to Waffle House after they beat the Chargers in the playoff game. Come on with the fire. Appreciate you, man. XP battle. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Trevor, bust, underachiever. Not a bust, underachiever. Back in one. There you go. Not as bad as Gabbert. Gabbert was not talented. No, Gabbert sucked. Blackman was really good. He just couldn't lay off the drugs. Which derailed him, unfortunately. Poor Cam, yeah. Poor Cam. Artist Sound, that's a good pick, too. He only played one season with us. That was pick 29. So it wasn't like... I mean, it was bad, but... I mean, Gabbert, trading up to get him, then was bad. Darasan Bichette. Don't hate for depth. Don't hate it for depth. All right. Yeah, Short's stuck in my retirement, yeah. He's been retired for about a decade with concussions. Make Keller another fiver. You guys coming hot today. Appreciate you guys. Doof makes an XP area, gives no XP when it takes a bidding war. Oh, I love that. I love that. No, Jack, the problem with Shorts was concussions. He suffered so many concussions on helmet-to-helmet hits. Because he was good. He had like back-to-back seasons of close to 1,000 yards. He was really good. If we took Dalton Gabbert's place, would be seen as a fair pick for the position? Oh, absolutely. Dalton would be a great pick. Are you kidding me? Dalton would be playing MVP level at one point. Yeah, that'd be like, no one would have paid that pick. They'd be like, that's a solid pick. Be a very good pick, actually. Come on, the tour. 7 today. She's terrified that Golden could overtake the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 with Fatal Affiliate, because it's a war right now with them. It's a 4-chord song, but I like it. If you get enough carries, yeah, that's the key. It's enough carries. A lot of us are talented. Gabbert was not talented, no. Gabbert saw ghosts in the pocket. He was really bad. He was really bad. No, Gabbert was not good. All right. That was probably my favorite song of the album so far. Summer of the tour, Dolphins, BTA, the Buffalo Fraud Fins are back. There you go. I know which game you want. Don't have to ask you on that one. Yeah, they looked very good. I was shocked. Oops, not that. I was stunned by the Dolphins. You weren't, obviously. You knew it was coming. Dolphins fight song. Perfect. Get you on it. Perfect. Had a feeling that was coming. But it's like I was waiting for that yesterday. All right, Dolphins fight song. Here we go. Yeah, I got you on USF. Yep. Had a feeling on that one. They're both talented? Yes. They were not... They had off-the-field issues. Caillou, probably the Bills. Liver and Bear, the Bears. DW, Little Princess, I have no idea. Elwood is located in Pennsylvania? So I guess CW is Steelers? I would guess Elwood is... I would guess Steelers. Right, this guy played with Jets in draft, yeah. I mean, they drafted Hackenberg, so pretty similar. He's tired, all good. He played blank tape with $100 at a store. Yeah. Seeing Swisher on draft day. Yeah, Seahawks Rams are the two best teams in football right now. Myers in the negatives. That's impressive. Yep, not good enough to be a contender. Not bad enough to be for high draft picks. Not savvy enough to get value other players. Nope. But I did enjoy the 2000s to some extent, better than the times I've been living in as of late. Early 2010s, no, we were not good in the early 2010s. Yeah, I'd say DW Steelers fan. All right, let me get the ChatGPTs in. You still take skin to the queue? A Colts fight song? Gosh, no. How bad was the game? Oh, it sucked yesterday. I mean, the game itself was like best game of the week, but... God. Not singing that this is our Colts song. I'm not doing that. But I do have it as a fight song. When the Colts do score, I do have it as a fight song. The fight song? The Colts? The Colts, it's that one guy it's a song that Seth created. This is our Colts, this is our team. 30% Jeff say he's like over. I go over. Yeah, that song, yeah. They don't have an official fight song, but yeah, let me actually hang on. Hang on. I do have it loaded up. Hang on. I do have it loaded up. I'll play it. I do have it loaded up. Whenever the Colts score. Yeah, Ragtop's a phenomenal fight song for college football. That's an incredible fight song. Yeah, I do have it loaded up just in case. So anytime the Colts play in prime time, I'll play it. And Dave with the fiver, appreciate you, man. Which team do you want to get you in the call for? You, RJ Soward. Terrible. First round, 29, 2000 NFL draft. You had 14 receptions, suspended for multiple times for violation of team policy. Yeah, he did nothing. He was probably the least productive first round pick. He was the least productive pick. He did play it at halftime. No, not bad in that format, no. Which team do you want to appreciate you, man? The least productive first-round pick is by far RJ Soward. By far the least productive one the Jags have had is RJ Soward. Michael with a fiver, appreciate you, man. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you in the call for it. Which game do you want? So we have 2 Bryans being replaced by a Mike this season. I feel like our Brian Schottenheimer might be sweating right now. Yep. I'm in danger. That's what he's thinking. Any other Bryans out there? He's Squidward, I'm Squidward, you're Squidward. Brian from Family Guy is in danger. He's been killed off one time already. You mean there's a Giants coach? That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Right, what's the Square High? Yeah, Square High came against Jacksonville in 2020. Which is nuts. Which game do you want, Michael? And which game do you want, David? I appreciate you guys a ton. Yeah, RJ Soward was definitely the least productive first-round pick. Yeah, every Brian is in danger right now. More productive than Isaiah Wilson. Well, Soward at least caught the ball. Wilson played 4 snaps. So, he was more productive by default. But not saying much. Well, we didn't select Isaiah Wilson. Yep. I remember that game. Oh, of course I remember that game. Yeah, 2020 week 17. I remember that. He had like 250 on us. I mean, we weren't playing for anything at that point. But that was a game I wanted to win because we already locked up the number 1 pick. You want Pitt Notre Dame? Perfect. Get you on it. Appreciate you, man. Counts as Stribble. There's no course attached. So I appreciate you, man. What's the Colts song? This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. That one. The one that Seth created. I just use that. It's not like their official fight song, but I use it. Yeah, I remember that game. It was a 4 o'clock late game. It was a good game. You know, the Jaguars actually put up a heck of a fight, all things considered. Right, you don't technically have one. Yeah, like in the parodies, yeah, but like he actually got killed off for Vinny that one time. You know, Henderson was not much better. At least he had one good game. He had that one good game against the Colts week 1, and then he did nothing else. Tank for Trevor game, and now ranked to Trevor, yeah. Yeah, funny how that works out. Should have fired for that game? What? But they won that game. The Colts won that game in 2020. The Jonathan Taylor game, they won that one. You're saying fire him coach after week... Okay, wait, if you're saying 2021 fire him, okay. If you're saying fire him after 2020 week 1, that'd be insane. You want Scary A&M, perfect, get you on it. Perfect, appreciate you, man. Yeah, bring Russell and Leaf for Russell? No. No, because Russell was taking the first pick. Leaf was taken with the second. Gabbard was taken with the 10th. So. I get that, Nicholas. I do get it. I'm going to take Miami winning. I don't trust anything about Washington right now. The least productive top half of first round ever, it's up there. 2013 is also up there for least productive. Yeah, Warren Wise giving it right now. Sim for Simpson, yep. Too bad we can't do that. Yeah, actually, have the Dolphins win that game. It's like one of the few times I'm taking them this season, but I am taking them to win that one. And what's after the game? We'll see. So I got 2 videos out, so I'm not sure. Those shows do not portray families in a positive light. I mean, Family Guy does not. Family Guy most definitely does not portray them in a positive light. I think The Simpsons does. I definitely think The Simpsons portrays families well. Family Guy, I completely agree with you. No disagreements on Family Guy. The Simpsons, the older seasons are definitely like traditional family values in terms of like how that works. The Eagles win tonight next week. Yep, as a Viking fan, I get that. Saints and Finns, I actually go Finns. They are not on High Point now. Bonobo transferred to, I think, Baylor. Pettiford, he's trying to come back. They're trying to see if he has eligibility left. And Giffa transferred as well. But they're better this year than they were last year, I think. Which is crazy to think about. Again, I think High Point wins 30 games this year in the regular season. I think High Point will win more games this year than any team in college basketball in the regular season. And I'm not being biased when I say that. I think part of it's our talent, part of it's our schedule. It's not the strongest. The turning draw, I mean, I am not surprised. We don't deserve a high seed. We're going to get smoked. But just good for them. Because we're doing OT right now, yeah. They were winless their first 10 games. I like Family Guy, yeah. It's not an appropriate show. It's not an appropriate show at all. But 25-6, yeah, I can see that. But they were winless their first 10 games. They could have laid down and died. And the fact that they bounced back from what was a rough start to the season, and then yesterday, I mean, that game was nuts yesterday. Yesterday, you go down to 10 men, you're down 1-0, or 10 women, you're down 1-0. And then High Point's Division 1. They're in the Big South Conference. Big South Conference, but Division 1. Your Thursday qualifiers turn, yep. You go down 1-0 the first 10 minutes of the game, or first 30 minutes of the game. You're down to 10 women after the first 10 minutes. You score with like 30 seconds left in the second half. And then the draw. I might stream the draw. I'm not sure yet. I might stream the draw. You go down, corner kick, and they win in PKs. Like, good for them. Like, that was a resilient effort. The new Daboll line is Trevor. Trevor's the new Daboll line. It's the Lawrence line. Yeah, I've heard like it's a little bit better, yeah. So, okay, yeah. Yeah, I would say with anything, like, I would say watch it once and experience it for yourself. Yeah, the Lawrence line, yeah. I would say don't base your opinions on what other people are saying. Oh, no, you're not wrong on that, Nicholas. I completely get it. Simpsons does a good job with that. Simpsons is a very good job. Family Guy, yeah, I cannot recommend Family Guy to you guys. Knowing you guys, your personalities, I cannot recommend Family Guy in good faith to you guys. Not at all. But Simpsons, I would say give Simpsons a shot. I would say don't base your opinions on what other people are saying on what, like, see it for yourself. And obviously if you don't like it then, that's fine. But there are definitely, I'm trying to think like wholesome Simpsons episodes. I think Bart Gets an F. What do you have? A pretty good place to start. So if you're looking for I think you could just go from there. But if you're looking for like a Simpsons episode to like wholesome family values, I would say Bart Gets an F. And if you don't like that, then it's probably not for you. But quick Family Guy years ago, yeah, it's definitely fallen off a little bit. Haven't seen the King of the Hill yet. In summary of the subject of the stream, Brian Daboll didn't balls coach the Giants. Well, he was, yeah. The field goal at the 1 yard line solidified his faith. Or your parents? Well, again, you can have different opinions to your parents. It's more about, like, obviously I'm not saying don't trust your parents. I'm not saying that. Home versus 18th Amendment, yeah. I'm not saying don't trust your parents, but, like, I'm sure you like stuff that your parents don't, and your parents like stuff that you don't. It's like music. There's probably some music that your parents like that you're not a fan of, and some that you like that your parents are a fan of. Or, like, with a movie. There's probably some movies that they like and you don't, and vice versa. Only live twice, yeah. Bart the Mother, Itchy Scratchy Marge, yeah. That was the only... He'll be 6 and 7. I can see it. Homer the Bat, yeah. Homer the Bat's a great one. I mean, it's just like family, like good dynamic. But Homer the Bat's a good episode. Obviously, that's a classic. Who the Dolphins play? Obviously, I think they win this week. I mean, I don't know about fiction. You know, I actually don't think fiction on that. I know it sounds crazy. They play the Commanders, the Saints, and the Jets. But I don't think it's insane to say... I'm not sure what that is, Force. It's not like an objective belief. Objective belief is like, the sky is blue. Like, I like... Entertainment, it's an entertainment thing. Entertainment is very subjective. You listen to Go, do not watch that one. You know, I haven't seen that series yet. Just for you? Oh, man. All right. Right, no, this isn't like a core belief or value thing. This is just like entertainment. Like, I like very similar beliefs, like, with my parents in terms of how to treat people and, like, kindness and religion and stuff like that. But we differ on entertainment stuff. Like, it's very different. Brian Dale with decision? Yes, there will be. Tomorrow, we're going to get that out. Yeah, watch a lot of clips of Family Guy, yeah. Mark Stones and BJ have the same number of touchdowns. So that says a lot. And JJ, yeah. Once Morgan Kamara, yes. That doesn't surprise me, because QB sneaks. Right, no, yeah, this is like... Right, things like values, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't disagree there. I think... So... When your parents grew up, The Simpsons was seen as very rebellious. It's a different time period now. Like, when your parents grew up, Bart was definitely the... Oh, no, I get it, yeah. When your parents grew up, I mean, in the early 90s, Bart was the rebel child. Bart Simpson is one of the characters on the show, and he's, like, a rebel child. He had different tastes and context, I'm sure, exactly. Like a rebel child. Like, nowadays, it's, like, back then, it was pretty risque. But by today's standards, it's not. Like, it's a PG show. It's not like it's PG-13. Like, it's a family show, amazingly enough. Like, it was just, like, so shocking at the time, because it's like, oh, animation can do that on primetime television, but... Yeah, that was what I was... Yeah. It's a little bit different, yeah. It sounded like Brat, yeah. Wouldn't shock me. I never put that two together. Yeah, watch the Simpsons NFL broadcast. Hey, about what shows Espresso values? Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's an episode by episode basis. Yeah. A lot of it's episode by episode basis with The Simpsons. Last Exit Springfield's a good recommendation, a good idea? Yeah. I mean, look, the worst that happens is it's a 20-minute show. Worst that happens is you don't like it. You can turn it off. It's the worst that happens. Best that happens is, yeah, there are a few PG-13 ones, absolutely. Yeah, it depends on the episode you watch. I would say Simpsons is on Disney Plus if you have Disney Plus. Though 20 minutes, if you want to watch it, I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but if you want to get an idea and see, like, you might be pleasantly surprised. How much longer until I get back? I think next week. I'm trying not to get arrested 2 straight minute yells. Yeah, A&M is playing out of their mind right now. So, where there's some episodes I would not recommend to you guys. There's some that I most definitely would not recommend to you guys. Oh wait, you actually got. Oh wait, you actually got arrested at midnight yellow. Oh God, how on? So you were on the campus police Twitter account. Oh no. Oh, you were on the campus police account. You were the guy that blew the .39, right? Oh boy. Found some decision that's coming tomorrow. So I was gonna get it out today. I kind of lost my voice after doing the Cohen one. So. That was not you. Okay, that's good at least. Atomic Opus. I don't know if I remember that one. So, I would say worst that happens is that if you don't like it, you can just turn it off. You know, that's what happens when like people recommend stuff to me, and if I like it, it's great. Yeah, it was painful. It was painful. Yeah, everything about that episode. I mean, it's doing well in terms of views, but I wish it was. I wish I was doing a different video. Because that sucked. That sucked. But it's doing well. It's got over 9,200 views. Medications make by Matt is yes or alcohol that calls against it. You know, alcohol, yeah, there's a reason I don't drink. I just don't want to not be in control. All right. So with that in mind, let's do some ChatGPT. Oh no, they have every right to gloat. I mean, it was a crazy comeback. They have every right to gloat. Why wouldn't they gloat? They have every right to gloat. It was the biggest collapse in Jags history. They had every right to gloat. Every right to. There's very few things like with state censorship. There's very few things. For the most part, it's like everyone's got the choice to do it. Very few clips. That's fair. That's fair then. ChatGPT said the results of the NFL games. ChatGPT is not a good search engine. We've learned many times it's not a good search engine. For stuff like this, it's great. Yeah, obviously, if you've seen the clips of it and obviously you don't like it, that's one thing. But it made it seem like you've never seen The Simpsons before. You're just going off someone else's thing of it. The Bills ran about heat again. I did not hear that. It's only good for schoolwork. For like math, it's good, I guess. Best or worst regular season games for both this season for the Jaguars. Yeah, you could. Final play. I'll just stun silence. Not stun silence, because I knew it was coming. I knew he was going to get sacked. Freshers crushing out, turning completely records after Mark Esser for ChatGPT. I've not seen those videos, but like M dashes are very obvious. Yeah, my reaction when it happened, I was just... I do have it. Hang on, let me see. Joe, that's here. Appreciate you, man. I do have it. Control yelling pipe for a mistake. All right, we'll do that. But this is not the year to be a head coach. No, it's not. No, it is not. I do have the reaction. Appreciate you, Joe. Get you on the game. I'll just make sure I have the right thing. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew we weren't going to win the game. Because Trevor's our quarterback. I knew it was going to happen. Where was it? Hang on. I wasn't, like, doing anything. Hang on. Yeah, no, it's not much. Yeah, that was painful, yeah. I forgot to reset. We gotta reset. Force to appreciate you, man. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, it was... Which game do you want, Force? Appreciate you, man. You know, it was just... Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not much. It's not anything, like, crazy. Because, again, I knew what was going to happen. I knew Trevor was going to get sacked on that one. I said over and over again after the drive, like, we know it's going to end with a sack. Which game do you want, Force? Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was nothing, yeah. Wait, no, it's not 100% accurate. No, not because. Yeah. Wait. That's not the one. Yeah. No timeouts remaining on either side. Yeah, like it's... It wasn't all his fault. It was, a lot of it was. Watch that stream. I wouldn't look at anything but chat, that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, like it was just that. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was happening. I mean, it's not like I was shocked. I mean, there's nothing shocking about that. I get that, Michael. I get that. Which game do you want for us? I appreciate you a ton. Which game do you want me to do on the side? You know, it was... I mean, let me see if I can... Yeah. Yeah, like you can tell, I was very clearly a world that could win out. Probably not. Probably not. Go solo California. Yeah, I mean, like this is like. Oh, which games I had? Oh, Notre Dame, Pitt, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Michigan, Northwestern, or USF Navy. It's one of those four. Yeah, I mean, like here's. It's not gonna matter. Trevor can push the ball down the field. He can't do anything today. Yeah. Trev can't do anything today. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Yeah. It's like I was never... It's not going to matter. Trev's going to get sacked. Yeah, yeah. See, I literally said... If you go back, I literally said USF Navy perfect. Counts as triple, too, because there was no thing attached yet. A resignation, yep. Man, I literally said, you see, the first thing I said, it's not going to matter, Trev's going to get sacked. Trev's going to get sacked. Yeah. Man, it was like, don't talk about Cam Little. It's not going to matter. He's going to get sacked. It's going to be all for nothing. This team's not good. We're not winning this one. That was just... Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I was never like thinking, okay, Little, go ahead and do it. I was always like, yeah, he's gonna get sacked. And sure enough, the very first play he gets sacked. Like, I hate this team. I hate this team. like I hate how I just know. Fire me, RG. No. No, Cohen's not the problem. Cohen's not even close to the problem. I wasn't crazy about time management, but he's not even close to the problem. All right. So just switch ChatGPT in. Here we go. Do Bills a coaching error sent Mike Brown replaces Zach Taylor with AI. Here we go. Bury the platypus. You're just in time to see my latest invention. Behold, the coaching-inator. You see, Barry the Platypus, I realized something the other day while I was watching the Bengals and yelling at the TV because they didn't go for it on 4th and short. And I thought to myself, why let humans coach when AI can do it better? So my coaching error will hypnotize Mike Brown to thinking that replacing Zach Taylor with artificial intelligence will be the best idea ever. Then the AI will make the Bengals call all sorts of bizarre plays. like field goals on first down or punting on a kickoff. Well, don't give me that, Perry the Platypus. It's not evil. It's sports analytics. Besides, it's not like the Bengals get a whole lot worse. It's not like the Bengals get any worse than what they are right now. Flips a switch. Yes, Barry, it's working. It's working. Activating optimal play selection. Step 1, trade Joe Burrow for Roomba. Wait, what? No, not that kind of logic. I mean football AI, not lunatic AI. No, I'm not trading Joe Burrow for a Roomba. Perry wiggles free, leaps onto the console. Barry the Platypus, no, wait. If you destroy that, I mean, the machine's already destroyed anyway. The logic makes no sense, but if you destroy that, the machine explodes and it just combusts. Oh, great. Now I'll never get to see AI Challenger calling DOS. He dusts himself off defeated. You know, I probably should have just built a better officiating in Ator. That one would have actually helped. The referees have kind of sucked this year. I should have done that instead. Yeah, this is kind of a waste of an Ator, all things considered. Fine, you win again, Barry, but mark my words, next season, I will join the Fantasy League, I will win the buy-in pool, and I will take over the tri-state area! Curse you, Barry the Platypus! Yeah. That annoy you? I mean, you can mute. I don't like blocking people. I don't care what their viewpoints are. I don't like blocking people. I like being exposed to every side of the aisle. Doesn't mean I agree with it. That's all I don't agree with. But I don't block. Unless they're a bot. Next up, Clickbait Sports finds out, clocked at 05x more gets to at this point, that Russ is retiring. And Tom and Scooter are happy. Because obviously they're not going to complete the gauntlet. Breaking news, everybody. We've got an emergency episode. Russell Wilson has officially announced his retirement from the NFL. Wait, retirement? Like, actually retired? Not take a break to pray on it? Or Mr. Unlimited 2.0 comeback tour? That's coming up next. That's this one. Nope. He posted a 3-minute video with a Bible verse, 10 Subway sandwiches, and the caption, I'm finally limited. Time to ride into the sunset. He's gone! He's actually gone! There is no chance he can ever wear green and gold! We do not care! We do not care! Thank you, Lord! We ain't them! Another one bites the dust. The Let's Ride era has officially crashed into a light pole. Too bad that my team was the light pole. We gather here today to mourn the career of Russell Carrington Wilson, who once won a Super Bowl and then spent the next decade pretending he was elite. Don't talk about my pain like that. You have no idea what it's been like watching him over those screen passes 2 seasons straight. It was too many. Brandon, I just want to thank you on behalf of every Packers fan for taking that bullet for us. Facts. You guys took that man and his Subway endorsements. Could have been us. Let's be real. That contract's going to cite economics class as a cautionary tale. How to nuke your franchise 101. I'm going to call it right now. This retirement saves the Giants, but only if they burn all his bathrooms in a ritual cleansing. 17 bathrooms straight. 17. Wait. How poetic would it be if he retired before even having as many touchdowns as bathrooms in his house? He really said, Broncos country, let's ride. Let's hide. That's the episode title right there. Come on with $1. Appreciate you, man. JWT, that is the next thing in the queue. That is the next thing in the queue. Ravel unis, yeah, I wasn't crazy about the look of them, but we'll see how they look on the field. Appreciate you, man. Get you on. That's the very next thing in there. Wait, I'm getting an update from Schefter. Apparently, Wilson is joining Fox Sports as a faith-based sports analyst. So we get sermons on 3rd and long now. On this drive, Jesus took the will, and unfortunately, it was intercepted. Coming next on the Russell Wilson Hour, how to turn 3 points into a testimony. I'm calling it now. By week 1 next season, you have a podcast called Let's Talk About Riding. Sponsored by Subway, of course. No more Subway. I can't do it anymore. Rob with a 6er. Get Sean Pitt. Peter and Joe get the wrong impression when the whiny quartet goes to Herbert's for a sleepover. Oh my god. Yes. I love that. Yeah, I don't think that universe exists with Nationals and Pirates. I think Marlins are better. Better as a quarterback. Not wrong there. All right. Next up, come on, Nick, into a battle. Here we go. Nick starts out strong. $50. Call the Red Sox game. Kamana always got other plans. He drops 51. Call a Mets win. Finally, a moment of joy for our fan base. It's endured collapses, heartbreaks, and the Wilpons and Stern. The big war continues. Kamana wins. And here we go. We're going to pick game against the Cardinals. We're up 8-0. Everything is going right for the Mets. Pete Alonso, solo shot. Brand Nimmo making some nice catches. Juan Soto looking good. Pete, the wrong with the fire. Appreciate you, man. I'll get you on the Michigan game. Appreciate you. While I go to Lambeau Field, have a great time at the game, man. What are your thoughts on Tagliabue's passing? Tagliabue was a heck of a commissioner. You're good. You're good on that one. You're good. WT, you're good. So, Tagliabue was a commissioner the NFL needed. There was a lot that he got wrong, obviously. In terms of relocation, in terms of some of his ideas, there's a lot that he got wrong. But there were no labor stoppages under his reign. The NFL was in a rough spot labor-wise. Every negotiation resulted in some stoppage. 1970, the mid-70s, 74, 75, 82, 87. Under Tagliabue, there was peace. I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. Sometimes the best thing a commissioner can do is just be steady. And Tagliabue was steady. Did he rise the game to the level that Rozelle did? No. Did he rise the game to the level that Goodell did? No. It was pretty flat under Tagliabue. It was very flat, actually. Under Goodell, they've expanded internationally, and now they're a behemoth. Under Rozelle, they became the number one sport out there. Tagliabue, there wasn't really a lot of change in its popularity from the 90s to the mid-2000s. Not at all. But it was steady. And the game was in better hands as a result. Obviously, got some stuff wrong. Obviously, CTE. Obviously, NFL Europe was not great. World League of American Football was kind of a disaster to some extent. The first 2 years, at least. American Bowl didn't do a lot to grow the game the way that Goodell's done internationally. But, again, nothing but labor peace. And that deserves a lot of credit because it was a tumultuous time. Getting the NFL and the NFLPA on the same side back then was almost impossible. Almost impossible. He got it done for over 15 years. Yeah, Silver's awful. Silver needs to go. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, Kugler's better than Myers. Yep, you're not wrong there. All right, 8-0 Mets. Let's go. But now, here comes Helsley. Helsley, first pitch, right down the middle. Home run. Those guys on board. Doesn't pull him because he's a feeble manager. They got no activity in the pen. Helsley, ERA of infinity. And the Cards claw their way back in. He does not record a single out. Game is tied. Yeah, that should not have happened. Yeah, that one, I mean, they're just going to take a knee. Championship game appearances this year? In every sport? Dodgers, Red Sox, Pistons, Nuggets, Knights, Canes, and Bills, Rams. That was a pick. Gamana's losing his mind in the chat. Nick is typing LGM, let's get mocked. The Cards take the lead. Everybody's an 8-0 deficit because the bullpen collapses. Helsley is feeble. Feeble Helsley. Money can't buy happiness, but apparently can buy a front row seat to your own heartbreak. You want me to call Mets win. Instead, that did not work out for you. At least you didn't blow a lead in the World Series. Cough, cough, Blue Jays. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. We did save a chance for San Antonio. That was true. Took a chance against Arizona. That was also true. Made the right call there. There's a lot he did right. Wait, Weaver say fire their coach? I didn't see that. I did not see that. I mean, they've been struggling as of late. I thought they were going to go at the end of the season. All right, Rooney Rule. I don't know if that's a win. I don't know if the Rooney Rule's a win. I honestly don't know. I think about Chase. It's the ChatGPT. It's not me. It's ChatGPT's. Blame me. I want them to win the series. Rooney Rule, good in theory, but execution has not been good. In theory, Rooney Rule is a good move. In theory. The execution over the last 20 years has left a lot to be desired. I think that goes without saying. The idea was good. Obviously, there were not a lot of minority coaches in the NFL. For a long time. But obviously the implementation has not been the best. But the concept, in theory, was good. Alright, after that XP battle and whatnot, Doof makes an... I'm going to say fixture on that one. I'm going to say fixture on abolishing the Rooney Rule. Doof makes an aider that does not give points when a bidding war is going on. Barry the Platypus, how delightful of you to show right as I was about to monologue. You're probably wondering what this is. This, my semi-aquatic nemesis, frenemy, I guess, is my no points for donation battle-inator. You'll see, Barry the Platypus, I was watching JG now. You know the channel where people donate to see what game to get analyzed? And apparently, these two guys just got into a donation war just to pick up baseball game. They kept mixing money back and forth. It was nuts. And no one was giving any money to me. And, you know, money's tight nowadays. You know, this building doesn't pay for itself. And I need to send Vanessa to college. And these colleges are getting expensive. They're a lot more expensive than they were back in Gippelsham. So I've noticed something. Because the more they fought... No, you're good. You're good, Nicholas. You're good. The more they fought, the more they'll use the word profit. And I don't profit. So I thought, what if I stop battles altogether? No points, no winners, no heartbreak, just pure, peaceful internet neutrality. Oh, don't look at me with that, Patty. I'm not evil this time. I'm economically disruptive. There's a difference. You wouldn't really know about the economy because, like, you're a platypus. You don't have to pay rent. But trust me, there's a difference. When my nader attacks the bidding war, it automatically redirects both donations to me. No one wins, no one loses, no one gets to decide which game gets called, and I can send Vanessa to college and then get so much money that we can take over the tri-state area. Take that, capitalism! He turns on the machine. Perry, though, chitters and leaps toward it. A fight ensues. Perry lands on Powell. No, don't press that! That's the self-destruct button! The air starts sparking. Jacobs, I do not think it's 200. No, I do not. I do not think it's 200. The air starts sparking. Oh, great. Now it's going to redirect my own bank account to the Jacksonville Children's Mascot Fund. I didn't know they had a mascot fund. The Inator explodes, covers everything in blue smoke and feathers. At least it didn't donate. And then, I'm not mad at all. No. Are you kidding me? Again, I don't get mad. I get mad at the Jaguars. I don't get mad at you guys. Dude actually donates $125 to me. I just paid for an Mets collapse, didn't I? Perry then leaves. Curse you, Perry the Platypus! I will never be able to stop through this XP system, will I? Alright, we got another ChatGPT in. Plus... being the prepared Phineas and Ferb. That's Phineas and Ferb. Alright, so... we got an email as well. I don't get mad at the bots, no. Well, the bots aren't real. I'm not getting mad at people that aren't real. Alright, actually, we'll do the email first. We'll do the email first. And a cupcake week? Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't like cupcake week. No, you're not a bot. No, they're like people that like... there are bots that will put links in to stream the game. Right. Obviously, everyone in the chat right now is real. They're a real person. There are people in the chat that sometimes are not real people. It's very easy to tell when they're not real people. It's very easy to tell. Matthew Golden is not playing tonight due to an injury. So, like, I ever see, like, those people in the chat that do, like, 5 or 6 messages in a row, and they'll do, like, click here to watch the game, click here to watch the game. Like, those are not real people. Like, those are bots. Obviously, all you guys are not bots. All you guys are real people. Yeah. So, we go to Frazen. The 4th season. Here we go. Rob is terminated. Rest in Well, not rest in peace for Rob. But every commissioner is present. President survived Carson. That's Studio Living says? I did. Yes, I did. I forgot you're a table. I forgot. You're not a person. You're the table. Also, breaking news. This will not come as a surprise to anyone. Breaking news. Daron Payne's suspension has been upheld. So, no real surprises there. But Daron Payne will be suspended for the Dolphins game. That was a quick appeal. Very quick appeal. All right. The NFL's stronger now than they were before. Their show is influence. It's right to politics, culture, diplomacy. Unacceptable. We need a strike that hits the heart. Whereas the silver opens up a new dossier and slides to the center. A picture of Svetlana, Michael's former partner. Abusive history. Psychological leverage. She'll be symbolized him emotionally. Break the center. The team collapses. Goodell. What did he do? He punched the guy. You will deliver news to Frazen. Understood, but you idiots have no idea what you're unleashing. Inside the headquarters, the entire crew is present. Goodell enters with RFK and Victor, who again was vacated. The Bears want you gone by spring. The commissioners have chosen their new weapon. It's Svetlana. They sit in the conference room. You deserve to know why she matters. You deserve to know what they're unleashing on you guys. She burned my hand with the top of a lighter when I wouldn't go buy cigarettes. She cheated multiple times. She lied about being pregnant to trap me. Then lied about being sick, cancer, to keep me controlled. When that didn't work, she claimed she'd been sexually assaulted to weaponize sympathy. Every time I tried to leave, she created a new crisis. She made me doubt myself. I thought I'd never have to deal with her again. But they dug her up and put her on the payroll. I've not seen that. That's not strategy, that's evil. It is the lowest depth of manipulation. The exploitation of pain. She doesn't own any part of you anymore. She sure as hell doesn't scare us. Dude, screw that. Say the word and she never reaches a press line. And if she does, I'll drown her narrative in alcohol and harsh truths. I volunteer to head Brett. They're not invited to this one. Not to this one. They're trying to drag you back to pain. We're going to anchor you in something permanent. I have an idea. To get back at baseball for doing this, we buy the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wait, what? You need a win. The city needs hope. We build the greatest baseball team in history for you and for Pittsburgh. It's not worth it. No, it is definitely not worth it. Nothing's worth going 170-55 mile. It's financially viable. You know, screw it. It actually makes sense. We relocate Frazen to PNC Park. Victor and I handle the intel. Svetlana coughs, we'll know the humidity level. We are the firewall. And I'll keep feeding intel from inside the council. So let's move. So they're going to buy the Pirates to get back at baseball for doing this. You walk away and wealthy. Or I rebuild this entire franchise over your corpse. Nutting signs the deal with the documents. Fast escape since the French army in every war ever. We renovate PNC Park. Carl the Goat headbutts train dummy-level commissioners. Summer practices pitching. Skyler and Brandon adjust the blueprint. Turns out competence is a hell of a PED. You really did this for me? For you. For Pittsburgh. And to crush everyone who tries to drag you backwards. Meanwhile, Jackie holds Michael's hand. That scar doesn't show weakness, it shows you survived. Then let's live and win. We're taking down baseball for trying this. Operation Do Good Phase 1, Pirates Phase 2 destroy their plan. And when she makes her move, we counter immediately. A female voice from the doorway. I'm here to help. The camera tightens. No way. Dun dun dun. Cliffhanger. So Frazen's going to take over baseball. Whoo-wee. So 21 Florida thought it was last week because she wanted to get there before it closed? What? She decided to ruin her life for Little Caesars. Could you not DoorDash Little Caesars? So no other pizza place around. That makes no sense to me to do that. All right. Controller yelling at pilot. Frank is a good friend. He is. All right, here we go. This just came out. And clocks is here. 5 more gets to it at this point. Keep that in mind. We got one more ChatGPT after this. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a bad turn. Yeah, turning on a runway is, I get why I yelled. Hey, you can't go on a live runway like that. Like tonight, I like the Eagles tonight. It should be charged, yeah. Can be coming a pitcher for the Pirates. Oh, I love that. And I just froze. I just froze. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think there's any deviation for the pilot. I think just obviously a bad mistake. Really bad mistake. NHL pick? Wow. 1/2's a big spread. Yeah, the Eagles win. He'll be very sad. Yes, he will be. Mr. Russell fans of baseball? Yeah, I think so. Rockies are up there too. Bad. Probably never asked for the phone number again or frequency, nor he gave it to him. Yeah, I think, yeah, it wasn't deviation. That's just a bad mistake. I feel for both sides there. I feel for both. I feel for both. I completely get why he yelled. I also get I obviously the pilot I think just made a mistake. You can't go on a runway. You cannot go on a runway like that. Hang on. It's roughly you're so yeah, then Pirates would probably be number one. All right. All right, let me see. All right, let's do this. So last time the queue was Sing Stan. Peter and Joe get the wrong impression when the whiny quartet goes to Herbert's house for a sleepover. Oh boy. I don't know if I can do the voice. Man, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna see if I can even like come semi-close. I can't do the voice. I can't do the whistling voice that McFarlane can pull off. I don't know how he does it. Well, hello there, little ones. You must be my sleepover guests. I don't want cookies. I want chocolate milk, not white milk. Oh, my. Well, I got some chocolate syrup in the fridge. I don't like chocolate milk unless it's the kind Mama Bear makes. Yours probably tastes weird. Oh, dear. This is going to be a long night. Yeah, MLB actually did something. I'm waiting for the NBA to take note. I got a feeling, like I said, I think the way to combat this is limit prop bets for certain things. I think that's the way to combat it. I deserve to sleep in a big bed. I'm a princess. You're not a princess. You're just a bossy baby with a paper crown. Am not. Oh boy, this is going to be a rough night. Pierre and Joe watching the TV. They see Herbert's house through the window, screaming, crying, and the cartoon lights inside. Joe, you see what I can see? Yeah. Looks like Herbert finally snapped. He's got 4 kids in there, and it sounds like a daycare on fire. And maybe open up one of those cool and licensed preschools like a lady in Pawtucket. You know the one who served those kids the NyQuil? Pierre, that's not funny. We should probably check it out. What do you mean, Joe? It's not like you're a cop or anything. Wait, you're a cop? But you're in a wheelchair. Peter. They roll through the house. Oh, thank goodness you're here. They've been at it for 2 hours. We're out of popsicles and patience. Perry wins a popular contest easily. Okay, he was 7 because CW got the last cookie. It's not fair. She always gets what I want. Oh, boo-hoo. Maybe you don't like a peeled potato. People like you more. Mama Bear says it's rude to call people potatoes. Yeah, well, Caillou's bald, so he deserves it. I want to be Queen Potato. You'll have to listen to me. She starts waving Herbert's cane around like a scepter and accidentally knocks over a lamp. My lamp! That was a gift from Eisenhower. All right, kids, settle down before someone gets hurt. You sure now there was one of the reality shows where they punish people by giving them TV, kids? Because this feels like one. Peter, what kind of show is that? I've never seen that show in the history of anything. Please, just take him away. I don't care where. Put him in Meg's room. Oh, trust me. Wait, I gotta go home in 5 minutes. All the kids are now in Meg's bed. So that wasn't what it looks like? No, I was just doing some community service. All right, you're off the hook. Kids, come with us. You go to Meg's room. Kids are glaring at her. You're boring. Yeah, and you're bald. We all have problems. I'm locking my door. Kids, get out. The kids start screaming and crying. You know, I was wrong about you, Herbert. I think we learned something today. Oh, what's that? That every kid on PBS was secretly training us for hell. Amen to that. Here you go. They all drink. The kids cry. It's not even they can deal with Meg. Even Herbert's like, no, I've done a lot. I'm not dealing with these kids. These kids are not my type. According to Herbert from Family Guy. All right. We got nothing left in the queue as things stand. Got nothing left. Obviously, going to be live in an hour for the Eagles game against the Packers. I'll get everything set up for that in just a little bit. Appreciate all you guys tuning in as always. So last call for anything. Last call. Otherwise, we're going to sign off here. All right. On that note, I'm going to put the $20 bonus toward Notre Dame Pitt, since Rob finished in first, and we go from there. So, post-game OT, I have to get 2 videos out. We'll see. Hopefully. Probably be a post-game OT. Probably a post-game OT. But I do have to get 2 videos out, so we'll see. Problem is, it's going to be what happens if there's a dumb decision tonight. Because if there's someone tonight, we might be screwed. So, but we'll see. So, we got to get Morris and Daboll out. All right, with that note, appreciate you guys tuning in. cgiuliani signing off. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys in an hour for the Monday Night Games with the Eagles and the Packers as we cap off Week 10. And again, the breaking news, Brian Daboll fired as the coach of the Giants. Take care.